And welcome to this Tuesday episode of, well, not really Spider-Man Theory, but still hashtag Spider-Man Theory. It's been an absolute pleasure, you guys sticking around with us, and thanks for watching the past few weeks with just some shorts and then kind of a long-form video coming back. It's been an absolute pleasure having you guys as fans. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's dive right in to Moon Knight. Episode 1, things you might have missed as we move into Episode 2, coming out tomorrow. Actually, probably you're going to be watching it like me tonight, very early in the morning at about 3 a.m. I'd love to do some... I would love to do some Moon Knight watch parties over spring break, possibly. I think that'd be a ton of fun. If you guys want to do that, let me know in the comments. Message me on Instagram. That'd be a ton of fun to do. But without further ado, let's talk about stuff that we might have missed in Moon Knight. First, all of the foreshadowing to Ammit. Ammit being a really interesting Egyptian goddess who is absolutely amazing in the comics. Also, of course, the Scarab. The Scarab was really big, seeing that, and if you know anything about Moon Knight, you know that he uses Scarab darts to as one of his weapons or ways to bring down the villains who are seeking to hurt people who are walking around at night. As we know, Moon Knight is the protector of the night. He's the protector of everything that is the night. And then you might have also missed just that they reference his deadly origins, that he is a mercenary. They talk about this. And Stephen Grant, the way that Oscar Isaac plays the persona of Stephen Grant is amazing. He does a really great job to play that role of this person with dissociative identity disorder who struggles to really fit in with society. And for those of you who don't know, in the comics, Stephen Grant is the persona that's kind of like the socialite version of Marc Spector. He's the person who is very, like, just over the top, in the media, like all of that kind of, or not really in the media, but he's that person who you expect to see at the big parties. He like socialite. Just think of those people who are consistently going to the big parties in Hollywood that might not be famous, but you get what I'm saying. That's kind of what we saw in the comics, and this we kind of see him as maybe starting off that way. Maybe he just picked up this persona of Stephen Grant, and the dissociative identity disorder is kind of newer to Marc Spector, but we'll get into that in later videos and as the series kind of goes on. So now let's talk about Moon Knight Episode 2. Where do we think it's going to go from here? Well, we already know that Stephen is now ready to have a conversation with Mark. He's kind of accepted the fact that there's something else, someone else living inside his head in whatever way, shape, or form you could possibly do it. And it's actually really cool because at one point, Steven says, so are you like in my body or what? Like, what's going on here? Are you a different version of me? Like, he's trying to understand it. Like, he's accepted the fact that he is truly not the only person up there. And Mark responds, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Basically... And that's where it kind of gets cut off. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play that. And then, I mean, to have a character, to have an actor talk to himself as a different version of himself is not an easy thing to do. We have seen this before in comics, in comic TV shows, actually, with The Flash, with Harrison Wells. And the amazing way that the actor who plays Harrison Wells plays different versions of himself and actually stands in a room and talks to like 3 or 4 or 5 different versions of himself all at the same time. Now, obviously, it's totally different because it's not dissociative identity disorder, but it's a very interesting way that they're going about it in the Flash TV series. So clearly, Oscar Isaac has researched this because he's doing a very good job of playing this character as well. And it's not just, wow, this is something brand new. I don't really know how to play this, but we're seeing the fact that he's researched this. He's doing a great job, and we've seen all the little promos that they've done where Oscar Isaac has really spoken to the training and the mental health focus that this show has had to take on because of the persona of Moon Knight and just what is going on up in here. As we know, in the comics, he has 4 different identities. We've only seen so far technically 3: Moon Knight, Marc Spector, and Stephen Grant. So we'll kind of see if the 4th one comes into play. We did get a lot of like little Easter eggs and stuff. If you look closely, he kind of scrolls down and has Lila. And then there's one that has duchamp, and he's like, whoa, what's that? And as we know, that's Marc Spector's best friend in the comics, another mercenary, or not even really mercenary, but just like a guy who has worked with Mark before. They're best friends. They were both in the military together. So, like, it's more than just a mercenary buddy of his. It's like, this is his best friend. So, either Lila's calling him a lot, or Duchamp is kind of out of the picture for right now, and he's only calling him every now and again. But, you know, it is what it is. Lila, of course, being one of Marc Spector's, like, best female friends. They're both archaeologists together. We've seen a couple promos where they're actually, like, on archaeological digs in Egypt, it seems. So it's going to be interesting to see where they take all of this. But that's episode 1 in a nutshell. And, like, every little thing. The covering of the footprint in the sand around his bed, that was really sweet. The fish, like, figuring that out, the goldfish problem, like, I thought that was just going to be like a memory thing, and then it literally was a goldfish problem. And that's like, he starts to spiral out of control with not remembering certain things. And I mean, that was just an amazing way to go about developing this character of Stephen Grant while introducing us to the voices inside Stephen's head, the idiot who is involved, and kind of seeing where it all goes from here. I can't wait to see what they do with Moon Knight. I can't wait to read up more on what's going on. There's so much more to happen. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about who are the Midnight Suns and how this could possibly lead into that. And Thursday, of course, we're going to just kind of review episode 2. And from there, Friday, I'm hoping to do a live stream where we'll talk about episode 2, kind of break it down together with you guys live. And Saturday, watch on Instagram, because all week I'm going to be posting who would win in a fight against Moon Knight. It's going to be Moon Knight versus someone. Vote, and then we'll kind of go from there. And Saturday I'm going to announce the winner, and then let me know who else you want to see Moon Knight fight, and we'll kind of battle it out between the two. And I think that's what I'm going to do for these new shows. I'll do one with Kenobi versus different Jedis and whatnot, and different Inquisitors and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Have been part of the Midnight Suns team have been ones that we've already seen in the MCU, like Johnny Blaze. Well, not really MCU, but you get what I mean. Ghost Rider has been in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've also seen Doctor Strange, of course. He's got his own sequel movie coming out soon. Black Cat is one I really want to see soon. Iron Fist, now with Daredevil becoming part of the MCU, part of MCU canon. Iron Fist could easily be part of that. Same with Punisher. Ones that would be interesting to see join would obviously be Blade, which we know now. We've heard his voice in Eternals. And then, of course, Dr. Voodoo, Man-Thing. And there's a couple others that are just really interesting characters, like Santana, Werewolf by Night, Danny Ketch. strangers. It would just be a really cool team up. Now, with all that being said, how do we know that they're coming to the MCU? Well, we don't really know for sure, but I mean, if you start saying names like Moon Knight and Doctor Strange and Iron Fist and Punisher and Darkhold, it's like, okay, what is all this supernatural crap leading to? It's got to be going somewhere. Kevin Feige doesn't do anything by accident, and he's already said that we've done a lot with the earthly realm. We haven't done so much with the cosmic realm, so Phase 4 is going to be more cosmic. And then he's also said that he wants to get more into the mystical realm. How much more mystical can you get than to literally have Moon Knight kind of rewrite the powers of Scarlet Witch? To really have all of these amazing characters. Bed. Go to your bed. Good boy. To literally have all these amazing characters become the Midnight Suns. And I mean, that would just be such a cool team up. It would be so interesting to see what villains they would face and just all these other things. Different storylines they could go with, like Rise of the Midnight Suns, the Midnight Massacre, Siege of Darkness, The Fallen, even Marvel Zombies. Like, now that we have What If, like, Marvel Zombies were huge, like, that could be part of Midnight Suns. Like, you could do so much with it. And with the multiverse, it doesn't just have to be MCU, Earth Prime, Earth 1, whatever you want to call it, Midnight Suns team. It could easily go into other iterations, and there's just so much that you could expand from the Midnight Suns if you decide to go that route, because obviously we're not doing another Avengers movie. There's going to be new Avengers, possibly Dark Avengers. I'm hoping for Midnight Suns to come out. I would really love to see Young Avengers. Like, that would be really awesome. But like, you put all of these different teams, and you start building different teams out and different team up movies with these brand new characters. You can have multiple team up movies coming out at the same time with different teams involved, different villains that all kind of culminate into one big thing, which is where I think Kevin Feige's kind of hoping everything goes. And then from there, you never know what they might do. Secret Wars is coming, in my opinion, and so much more Avengers stuff with X-Men, Fantastic Four, just Avengers level events that they could easily do. Thanks for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. And as always, stay nerdy, comic fam. It's awesome to be back with these more long form videos. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to communicate in the comments. You can message me on Instagram or pretty much anywhere. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.